7 men for every woman on Tinder. Like, Matt, you guys want to go to a party where there's 7 dudes for every woman?
Dating apps are a big part of the problem. What happens is it creates this idea of superiority. Like, some people think they're better than, you could look at certain women that, let's say that none of that existed and we were just all out socializing and creating bigger social circles and things like that. You wouldn't have 1,000 guys coming up to you.
Right.
That for men that are out there trying this avenue to date, there are women that they're, and I hate to put women in categories, and there's people who put them in a number of categories of what have you, but they'll look at a woman who would maybe in a social setting wouldn't have as much attention on her. And for so many reasons, whether they're using, filters or what have you, they can paint a picture. And so they think they're in a category that they're not. And they become over selective, and it leaves men feeling discouraged.
I need to get you an affiliate code. That's exactly right. Matt Walsh absolutely made a video where he just destroyed dating apps. Do you know 7 men for every woman on Tinder? Like, Matt, you guys want to go to a party where there's 7 dudes for every woman?
I also see this too, to your guys' point, because I also agree with this. It's like, well, I have this many Instagram followers, and somehow they think they're a celebrity.
And what you just said there is key, because I think the dating apps goes back to culture. And like you were just saying with the stats, all the women under 25 hating on men. It's like they get this dopamine rush from being on these apps, men and women. They're like, oh, I'm so hot, I'm getting the likes. Well, maybe not the men in your case. You're saying they don't match. But maybe I know women that go on there to get their only increased or get
funnel market.
I would say of the very attractive women on dating apps, more than 50% of them are trying to get guys to go down an only funnel. And whenever I bring that up, there's a bunch of girls on here who are on only that start looking around like that's what we're doing.
And like you said, people do not know how to have a conversation. It's absolutely disgusting.
By the way, the answer that I'm actually looking for, and I don't expect any of you to give it, but maybe you will, met a guy through a dating app, or I met a guy who came up and started hitting on me in a bar, because those are the 2 things that men are being taught to do right now. And I'm telling you, they are completely fucking ineffective. But that's every dating coach is telling guys to do that right now.
Bumble. Okay. I remember actually it was yesterday, because my roommate and I at the time were like, we're going to try to go on 2 dates a week. One will be for free dinner. One we want to be for a real connection. Yeah. Okay. I was in my 20s.
Can you move this way, by the way, off camera? Yeah.
So I remember I was like, okay, I'm just going to swipe. I took the train into work. I worked at Boston Business Journal at the time, and I was just not having luck. And then I saw this one guy. He said he was a former Marine. I liked his tattoos. And I was like, okay, he doesn't look like a bot. And it's someone that does not go to my gym. And I swiped on him. Okay. We were in a relationship I almost married him. Luckily, I did not, for 5 years. And then I found out he was still on Bumble.
Hilarious. Hey,
never deleted it.
Stephen Stewart Williams has a new study that came out that Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge do actually help the top 5% of men have sex. And it has absolutely no relationship satisfaction whatsoever. Like none. It does not help at all, but it does increase the number of STIs and sexual assault. It actually does increase those numbers. Go ahead.
I definitely believe that. The guy I'm with currently is a photographer. I'm a model, so we were introduced by mutual friends.
Okay.
And then the one before that was a coworker, and the one before that, I'm also met him at work.
Okay, got it. And then yours was on a sign.
Do you really want to know that story? I mean, I went to his work, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was working.
It's social circle. She doesn't have to answer. Plead the fifth. I'm your attorney. Plead the fifth on this. My point is, for the majority of women I talked to at the time, they all got on a dating app for maybe 15 minutes. They had one bad experience and got off. Any guy who's like a competitor in my space, because I'm a performance coach for men, anybody who's a competitor in my space, they're all telling you to get on dating apps, and they're telling you to go up to strange women and tell them that you're interested in them. And I see some of you ladies laughing. You've seen the girls I date. Like, that is not how to fucking do it anymore. It's exclusive events. It's using social media, having your social media curated properly where you don't look some dude with a creepy van driving around in a white van capturing people. Okay. And it's having female friends who introduce you to other people. Nothing trumps having women introduce you to other women. Do you know the whole playground thing that all of us went through when we were growing up in elementary school and junior high? We would go to recess, we'd go to the playground, we'd play basketball together. Do you know that's in every society in history? Every single society has this like communal, free play effect that's going on. And then there's some people who are left who might have a charity event for animal rescue or invite a bunch of their friends to go axe throwing, or maybe let's all go to an escape room and get out of there together. And everyone looks at me like I have a third eye when I say this. Why can't we do that? I've told guys a million times before, and I will continue to say this. Now, I use the term exclusive events, but it doesn't have to be exclusive events. It's a situation where you just lead a social circle of other people and you get to know them in a non-sexual low pressure environment, and they get to see other women reacting to you and other men reacting to you. And from that, you can be way less physically attractive and date a way more beautiful woman. And as a woman, the same thing. Like I can find out, oh, this woman would give me peace. There's several times where I friend zoned a girl because I wasn't really into her or whatever. And then I got to know her. I knew she's very attractive, but I just friend zoned her. And I get to know her for a while. And I was like, yo, this girl is non-judgmental. She's going to be super supportive of my business. The girl that I'm with now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't see it as being in a long-term relationship, but it was just like she supported my business. She was totally down for me. And I wouldn't have learned that unless we were in a group environment together for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever. And I just don't understand why I'm looked at like I'm crazy. No, Michael, just go up to women and tell them I'm so attracted to you. Will you go on a date with me? May I meet you? Let me buy premium on Tinder and get the premium swipes. Yeah. You're fucking creepy. Or here, my favorite. Let me go to a matchmaker. What's the first question the matchmaker asks the guy? What's the first question?
How much money?
How much money do you have? What's the first thing that the matchmaker tells the woman about the guy she's setting her up with? How much money does he have? Let's go to matchmakers. Yeah, matchmakers and dating apps and cold approach pickup. Yeah, let's go do all that. Meanwhile, not to toot my own horn, but I have a 4.99 rating on Trustpilot. Why don't you go check it out for yourself if you don't believe me? Because all of my clients will tell you that what I teach them fucking works.
Because you've mentioned Shira 7. She says that she's a financial advisor, not a dating coach. So I just wanted to say
so here's the thing. I'm going to do a video about female panderers, and Shira 7's not one. You want to know why? Because what she's saying isn't wrong. It's going to put you in a horrible relationship, but it's not wrong. It isn't wrong. You will end up with the bag if you act like that. Same thing with Russell Hartley, who, by the way, a lot of people don't realize is one of my really good friends. Russell Hartley and I are on the complete opposite sides when he talks. He's telling women to be gold diggers, and I'm telling men do not fall for gold diggers. But he is one of my good friends. And I will tell you, I don't think they're panders. Chris G.Q. Perry is a panderer. Derek Jackson's a panderer. The guys who are just like, you had a dream that he cheated. You need to leave him. Women know when they have dreams. He's a Gemini. That's Gemini energy. That's why just gaslighting women like crazy. They're the most dangerous individuals in the world who say this nonsense. Is like, if you can't immediately financially support a woman, why would she spend any time talking to you whatsoever? I'm like, bro, you're a panderer. You don't even believe the shit that you're saying. You're just saying it because you want the approval of women. And the problem is this: 85% of transactions on TikTok Shop are from women. So guess what happens when I post my content? Nothing. They ratio me into the ground. But if you start making content about, girl, here's a diet plan for your astrology sign, you will be a billionaire. Because TikTok likes that. As long as women enjoy the content, they're going to promote it. The problem is men don't have a problem when I criticize men. Women have a big problem when I criticize
What
women.
about Sterling?
Sterling Cooper?
Yeah.
Well, Sterling, dude, I am absolutely
like
100%
yes.
going to set you up with Sterling Cooper.
Yes.
That is not even a question. The girls asked me to set them up with Andrew Tate because I know Andrew Tate. I was like, that's going to be a little harder. Sterling Cooper, I can absolutely make that happen.
He'll be in a plane tomorrow.
Justin Waller is a little bit more difficult, but possible.
Probably work that out.
Probably work that out. But Sterling Cooper, 100% I can make that happen.
And not a grifter. Got
Yes.
All right, here you go. This one.